Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you already have, thank you. And if you do subscribe today, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all so much. I know without you, my channel wouldn't be a channel. For those of you who are new and don't know, I'm writing a series. It's an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One. Book one here. I've read this book aloud live on Facebook and uploaded all those videos for you to see here on YouTube to enjoy for free. Now, just know that book two is published and available. All the links that you need for my books are in the description box below. If you would like a personal reading, the information for that is also in the description box. All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm still doing summertime. I'll be doing this summertime tablescape probably until the end of summer because it's just awesome. Now, last week, I did random goddesses. They weren't really random. There was different goddesses for each message, okay? But when Kali came out for one of the readings, I knew that I needed to use the oracle that I have for her. And so that I was wondering when I was going to get messages from Kali through her oracle. And so since that happened last week, I just really feel very strongly that she wanted to speak this week. In fact, when I pulled some cards for myself this morning from a different goddess deck, she came out. So I'm like, okay, I get it. So this week we're receiving all of our messages from Goddess Kali. She asked that I use the Tarot of Sexual Magic tarot by Laura Tuan, and the artwork is by Mauro De Luca. Okay, it has a lot of different languages and stuff. It's a really cool tarot. To clarify, if I need to, I'll use the Tarot of the Cloisters by Michelle Leavitt. And like I said, at the end, I'm going to pull one card from the Alana Fairchild Kali Oracle. It is such a beautiful, beautiful deck. So this card right here focuses on shadow. Now, the one that I pulled this morning focuses on beginnings and endings. So the last reading I just did was Virgo, and this had a lot to do with love and twin flame, but also spiritual journey. So I think that's pretty much what we're going to be getting this week. So as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will. I read major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint, and that is the plan that you wrote for your own life before you incarnated, so that you would encounter and hopefully learn certain poignant lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration and wisdom encoded within your soul. It is possible to lower in vibration during a lifetime, but because of our free will. But if you can manage to rise lifetime after lifetime, you can become what is called enlightened, like Jesus and Buddha and many, many, many others. And we know that these people can affect a great deal of positive change on our planet. So when I'm looking at your major arcana cards, it's a lot like looking at fate, but it's not really because of your free will. There are times when fate does get written into our life blueprint. We wrote it that way. If you can't stop something from happening, if you can't make something happen, or if something just happens out of the blue, completely unrelated to anything you're doing, that's fate. You wrote it that way. Those are indicated to me by the Wheel of Fortune card, which you do not have. So let's go ahead and get started here. Now, this is something that's interesting because for Virgo, like I just did Virgo, this is the card that's at the heart of everything at this time was the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And now here what you have, Capricorn, is the King of Cups, King of Chalices, but he's in the reverse. Now, this is someone, when I get the King or Queen of Cups, I feel like this is focusing on someone who is the King or Queen of your heart. Okay? However, I do read the different personality traits of the card. That's how I read them as well. Okay, so while the Queen of Cups in the reverse is wrapped up in her emotions, and her emotions are ruling her head, and she's really worried about what other people are expecting of her or asking her to do. The King of Cups in reverse is more about the distorted masculine energy. That's not the Queen of Cups in front of him. This is someone who's possessive and jealous, someone who needs to be more secure and positive about their future. This is someone who can be a double dealer, somebody who could be dishonest with an artistic temperament. Okay, this talks about scandals, injustice. So this person, if this is the person that you're in love with, they're not acting in their light self right now. They're acting in their shadow self. Okay. Now, of course, this could be a water sign in your life, but it doesn't have to be. Like I said, it's usually, for me, it's usually somebody that you've got your eye on, somebody that you love, somebody that you want to be with. Okay. Now, even though this person is in this energy, they are a king. So the next energy that we read is the one that crosses that. And here what we have is the Three of Pentacles. So this is someone that you may be working with, someone you may be collaborating with. You may have had a certain amount of success, because look at that. That is success too. There's other cards here where people are not touching. You know, in the last reading that I did, that was apparent, the last reading for Virgo. But to me, this is a success as well, because these two are kissing. They are together. But normally, like I said, the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration, people working together, creating something wonderful. And so this is... So here's the thing, Capricorn. Yeah, so I think maybe you are working with this person, okay? And maybe, I mean, look at this. This person looks a lot like her. However, these are not the same. But you may have had some kissing or something like that in the past, okay? But right now, this is how they're acting, and this is because this is what's at the root of everything. This is, I'll show it to you in the upright. This is the Ace of Swords, but it's in the reverse. The Ace of Swords is clarity. When it's in the reverse, it's confusion. Okay, you need some clarity, but you don't have it. Okay, it is this is victory, okay, but this is just a lot of frustrations and setbacks. This is also a need to be patient, because this new beginning isn't quite there yet. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense, though, that this is frustration and setbacks, because this person is not in their right energy. This king or queen of your heart here, this king of cups here, is being just possessive and I guess pretty challenging. Now here is the energy from your recent past that is moving out of your life at this time. And this is the Two of Wands, or the Two of Rods. Now, a lot of the times this is a choice between two very different things. However, this can also mean creation from destruction. This can also mean that a lesson has been learned and it's time for change. Okay, but when I look at this, it just looks like they are in a very nice partnership. They look like they're having a good time together. Okay, the wands is fire. It's very, very passionate energy. Okay, so like I said here, even though this is, where'd it go? Even though this is the Three of Pentacles, I thought that, well, maybe you've already kissed. Maybe you've already started your relationship, but right now this person is confused about something or frustrated because of some delays here. Okay, now these, yeah, so there's already been some sort of progress in this relationship. Now I'm just going to pull these up at the, look at how very similar these two cards are. These two cards are your future cards. Look at how similar these pictures are. It's just like she's leaning in for the kiss, and then they're kissing. They're clothed, and now they're not. Almost the exact same, except this guy's hair is a little bit different. Now, let's go ahead and focus on this. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior energy. You've got a lot of experience right now. You're not afraid. You're very strong. If there's another challenge coming your way, you can deal with it. This is, yeah, I just feel like you're very willing to fight this one last battle, because then what you've got here is the Sun. Okay, so this is the happiest card in the deck. This is success, blessings, abundance, happy, 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 happy. Okay. The Sun also is masculine energy, so maybe what's going to happen is the Sun is going to come out, and this one will maybe be more like this. That when he's right side up, he is a mature and trustworthy masculine energy, someone who is sensitive to emotions, someone who is a good confidant. You can confide in him, someone who's responsible and smart. You know what I mean? Right here, though, this king is just, yeah, I don't like the whole double dealing type thing here. Okay, like I said, I don't think that's the queen. So maybe what's going to happen here is sometimes when a person gets clarity, they cut out all the confusion. So if this is you, this King of Cups, or the other person, I feel like what they're going to do is, like, when they get this clarity that you're the one they want, when you get that clarity that they're the one that you want, and this flips, you're going to cut away all the confusion. And so that would be basically all these setbacks. This was in the reverse. Got the Sun. And I always tell everybody, when you get the Sun, it takes any card that you have in your spread that looks negative, and it makes it just not that bad. You've got some really good times coming in here, some really nice happiness coming on in, Capricorn. Now here's your hopes, and this is the Queen of Pentacles. So this may be you. You may be hoping that you will be able to be the nurturer that you want to be, that you are. Okay, she is right side up. So even though that this is the King of Cups, King of your heart, you have a king and you have a queen here. Okay, so whoever is not this reversed king is who this is. So that's why I'm thinking this is the person that you've got your eye on. Okay, maybe this king is not the one that you're going to end up with, though. There's some clarity that needs to be had. Who have you been with recently? That's probably the one that's going to work out. But here, the Queen of Pentacles is a nurturer. These are people that are like, they're like doctors and veterinarians and just all kinds of people who nurture, even right from like mothers and fathers. But I would say this is you. Okay, you're hoping to be seen as the queen that you are, whether you're a man or a woman, the royalty that you are, the nurturer that you are, how loving and kind and generous that you are. So this is a beautiful hope. I love it. The next card that we have here is your environment or your current state of being. And what we've got here is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is the deer in the headlights card. It's the one where there's fear. Look at how she's with this man. They're on a couch, you know, so it's just like, it just seems like an affair or something. And she's got her eye over here on this guy who looks like Pan or the devil or something. And so that's, you know, maybe she's having second thoughts or feeling afraid. If I do this, what's going to happen? All right. But this is in the reverse for you right now. And so what this is you may feel like you're in a rut right now. And this has this element of you being your own worst enemy. There's some, because of these difficulties. Okay, so this could be, wow, your own worst enemy. But you have to, what it says is to, the advice for this card is to use your strength to break out of a rut that you're in. So, you know what though? I feel like maybe you're just also not that afraid anymore. Okay, maybe you've busted out of your, or you're in the process of busting out of your own jail, your own mental jail, because these are swords right here, okay? They're both in the reverse. Now this is, so this is fear, which you don't want it to flip. You don't. So this is good. I think that this is you being on your way to this. So just look at this confusion here. How are you being your own worst enemy? You know, swords are about truth. Okay, so be very truthful with yourself. Now, this is your fear, the Four of Swords. You're afraid to rest, or that you're going to need to rest. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on here in this picture with this guy messing with her mouth and stuff. But yeah, I maybe you were afraid of someone taking your words the way you don't mean them. Maybe you're afraid of someone yeah, messing with what you're trying to say, or trying to silence you or control you. Yeah, what you say. Maybe this is you, since you're your own worst enemy. These are swords. Four of Swords is a peace of mind card as well. Okay, and this is confusion. There's no peace of mind right here. So are you afraid to rest? Are you afraid someone is messing with your communication? taking your words wrong, putting words in your mouth, silencing you, controlling what you say. And then here we have another 4. Okay, your potential outcome, and it's the 4 of Wands. Okay, this is marriage, love, partnership. This is the 1111 card. This is a twin flame card. This is harmony, prosperity. Sometimes it's, did I say it's halfway to marriage card? So you've got this very hot relationship going on here, or it's about to be. Okay, I think you're gonna make some progress here in this relationship. These are really good cards to have. Really good. There is just something about yourself, I'm thinking, that you need clarity on. Now, the sun also brings clarity. The sun shines light on things that you couldn't see before. That's what at night, you can't see very well. When the sun comes out, everything's made clear, right? So you've got these confusion and not having clarity, and then clarity in a very big sense. Clarity that brings happiness and abundance and joy and everything that you've been asking for, basically. Now, the energy that's at the root of all this here is the 5 of Pentacles. You may have been feeling left out in the cold, or you may have been here is a way that you could be your own worst enemy by feeling like your glass is half empty instead of half full, or that you're lonely even though you're surrounded by people. In Virgo's reading, I got this feeling of twin flame as well. I'm like, I don't have the 4 of Wands. You do, okay? But I was like, so Kali asked me to pick up this card and look at it, and there are 4 pillars in here, which are often shown in the 4 of Wands. So I was like, see, there is an element of the 4 of Wands here for you, Virgo, in this last reading. But look at you, though, Capricorn. You've got this card and the 4 of Wands. You've got the Sun. Okay? There's something that you and or this person need to get clarity on. Maybe there isn't one last battle. This can be being a little bit defensive. Maybe what this is you think there's going to be one last battle, but it's not a battle. Maybe it's just a conversation, and it works out really well. Because right here, this is the glass is half empty instead of half full. This is being left out in the cold. Although, this imagery doesn't say any of that, does it? This is your own energy too. Pentacles, earth energy. Got this element of music going on over here. What is that? Maybe you both enjoy music, or music brought you together. Yeah, the 3 of Swords. There's heartbreak. Okay, heartbreak or third party situation. So this is probably what happened to you, or even maybe the other person that you're interested in. So maybe what's going on here is because maybe your heart was broken. Maybe somebody cheated on you, and so you felt really left out in the cold. Maybe you are unsure if this new person in your life is going to be like that. You see how this person, like I kept saying, that this isn't the Queen of Cups. Maybe you've been thinking that this person is this. Maybe they're not. Maybe this simple conversation is going to show you that they're actually still like this. Remember when you guys were hanging out and it was perfect and beautiful? I just like to neaten these up, guys. Alrighty. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your oracle card from Kali and close out your reading. Please don't forget to like, especially if this resonated with you. Please subscribe if you haven't. That really helps me out. And please check out my books if you haven't. You can just, I read it out loud. You can just put it on, have it in the background while you're cooking or something, or doing something else, and just see if you like the story. All right, Kali, Goddess Kali, please give me one card. Not all these. I'm slow. There is no way. There's like 10 cards right there. All right. Just one card, please, for Capricorn. Thank you. Gosh, these cards are so beautiful. Okay, so Kali Kalmasa Nasini. Ooh, gosh, look at this artwork. Holy moly. Number 42. Yep, 2 and 4 equal 6. And 6 is the number of love. It's starting to feel like this is love plus spiritual path week. Okay. All right, I'm going to read this. Kali Kalmasa Nasini. She devours darkness with her endless hunger for light, peace, and redemption. She reaches the deepest places, the darkest spaces, relentless in her pursuit of the lost and despairing. No soul shall ever be forgotten, abandoned, or betrayed by her. Those that believe in their own guilt, their sin, their shame, evoke her mighty tenderness, and she feasts upon the darkness that threatens to consume them, alleviating the weight of their suffering, allowing their hearts to become light and free. This tenderness, this nurturing. Kali is doing this for you as well. Wow. All right, let's go ahead and keep reading. The name Kali Kalmasa Nasini translates as she who consumes sin. She destroys ill intent. She eradicates mistakes. Here is Kali as the supreme divine weapon. She is the archer and the arrow. She is the divine mind unleashed so that it shall raise anything built on negative foundations and who vanquishes all evil. Here is the power of Pashupatrastra. Pashupatrastra. This is a Sanskrit word which refers to the ultimate spiritual weapon. It has the capacity to neutralize every other weapon in the universe. Whether its power is delivered by arrow or sword, or a release of a thought, glance, or sound from the divine mind, its action is unequivocal and swift. In the blink of an eye, something once considered as solid as a rock is reduced to nothing. The manifestation of this power is so great that we must take pause to consider our motivations, to have kindness and detachment when connecting with this form of Kali Ma, or indeed any of her forms. Fear can make our intentions and actions unnecessarily aggressive. Right, and your fear is of maybe being controlled, of being told what to say, of being silenced, maybe of having words put in your mouth, or maybe straight up of having to rest. Sometimes people don't like rest. They're just like, I don't want to have to stop what I'm doing. Okay, so better to come to Kali from a place of gentle heart and unwavering firmness of sanctuary in her wisdom. Better to recognize that her wisdom, rather than our own point of view, can accomplish the best outcome for all beings. Better to trust in her divine justice and mercy than your concerns about whether you or another shall be held karmically accountable for your actions. You can release all such concerns and simply trust in her. This will bring peace to your mind and allow you to let go of the past, your mistakes, and the errors of others without being harmed. You will learn, but you will not suffer. This brings spiritual benefit to all beings. So bring peace to your mind. This is a fear. This is also my peace of mind card, okay? Because swords are intellect and it's also rest. And so to me, this is the peace of mind. Why you would fear peace of mind, I don't know. And then she's talking about allowing you to let go of the past, your mistakes, and the errors of others. And all this karmic accountability, okay? So, okay. There is a commonly held view that the more powerful you become, the more aggressive or forceful you must be. The Divine Mother offers us a different perspective. You can be simultaneously fierce toward ego and kind toward the heart. With true power comes wisdom, and wisdom knows when to be gentle and how to obtain ever greater outcomes through tenderness rather than force. Sometimes a strong and unwavering approach, even sacred rage, may be necessary to accomplish a task, but more often than not, there will be another way. Kali Kalmasa Nasini comes to us when we need to know we have so much divine support for our purpose that we can afford to handle what needs to happen with some care. We don't need to approach every conflict with all guns firing. Although the power will rise up to meet the need, we can give some breathing, turning the page, breathing space for that to instinctively happen, and only to the extent necessary. The divine knows how to accomplish things in the best way. If we strengthen our inner connection to that divine wisdom, we will spontaneously know how to proceed. The oracle guides you to be present and do only what feels correct in each moment, rather than to react or decide what you think your behavior should be. You will sense the best way to proceed as you stay true to your intuition and instincts. The Divine Mother is guiding you, and you do not need to fear. There is also the expression, what's done is done. In this emanation as the consumer of sin, Kali Masanasini devours past error. This concept of sin is not intended to elicit guilt or shame on our part, but to give us a sense that we can become free from what has been, to learn from it, yes, to allow it to continue to define us and direct the course of our lives, hell no. If we feel that what has been done is too great to deserve such compassion, remember that the Divine Mother's blessings are only able to bring benefit to all beings. It is the human perspective that sees things in terms of winning at another's expense. It is the higher and truer view that is simply not possible. No, in the higher and truer view, that is simply not possible. True benefit brings spiritual benefit to all beings. What is truly right in the spirit, rather than a matter of one person's opinion versus another, it is ultimately best for all. When this oracle arises, it is a call to give up the past and your stories about it, especially those that tether you to something you have long since outgrown. Let yourself off the hook. Trust that if you have been beaten down, you will rise with divine grace to believe in yourself and your path, and to know that ultimately your divine destiny can never be overcome. Wow. So, Capricorn, you want to be this nurturer. You don't want to fight. You're like, no, I don't want any arguments. You know, I know how to argue. I know how to do this. I've had my heart broken before, you know. But all I really want is to just be this nurturer and for this person to just love me, to just see me as I truly am, this nurturer, this, I don't want to have to do the divine rage thing. I just want to be this nurturer and I just want to be happy. Well, you know what? That's exactly what she's saying. Let go of the past. Let go of what happened to you in the past and be the nurturer that you want to be, and it's going to bring you this beautiful future. You got this, Capricorn. You're going to be so happy. Don't worry about anything. Just, let go of the past. Thank Goddess Kali for telling you that she is here to devour the things that bother you. She's here to devour this confusion so that your Ace of Swords stands upright and you are clear in what you want. This chick knows what she wants to do. She's got a plan. So, Kali Kalmasa Nasini is here to allow you to be your truest self. She says, let go of the past and I will eat it for you. I will lift that weight from you and you will continue to rise in vibration, in love, and be in spirit. So, wow, that's really beautiful. All right, so you've only got one major arcana card here, and that's how I determine how much control you have over this situation. So you've only got one, and that's the Sun, and this is a very important card. So like anything that you see here that you're worried about or seems, don't worry about it. You're going to be happy. There's this beautiful, beautiful happiness heading your way. All right, that's what I have for you at this time, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed your reading. See you next time.